What's going on, Trader Gang? It's your boy Nikki Pips. We're back at it again with another Sunday market breakdown for you guys. So I hope you guys had a great weekend, a blessed weekend. So we're back at it on the charts. So we're gonna go through news, see what we have coming up for us for next week, and go ahead and mark up and break down US30. So we'll start here in about a minute or so. I'll let some people pop on. Throw some love in the chat, please. But before we get started, um, so if you guys haven't been following me or if you're new to my channel, Friday we passed our 50K challenge with Take Profit Trader. So super excited to get started with that Funded Pro account. So I have to wait until tomorrow because I got a promo code for that. So they're actually waiving my activation fee. So if you guys want to trade with a prop firm, Take Profit Trader, I'll put the link in my description here. They're doing a great deal right now for on any account. I believe it is. You can use the code no fee 40 and you get 40% off, and you have no fee for life. So no activation fee for life. So if you guys want to tap into that, please do. I don't get anything for that. That's just the broker that I'm using right now, or the firm that I'm using. And we just got funded with the 50K account, and we're going to start trading that starting Tuesday. So because tomorrow is a bank holiday, so President's Day. So, all right. So let me share my screen really quick, and we will get into it. All right, guys. Let me turn down my music a little bit. Right, so let's go to FOREX Factory. So see the news for next week. Love still here inside of me. Soft guitars and roads entwine, echo flow like glass and wine through the silence. Truth. Let me move myself. There we go. All right. So let's get into it. So Monday, of course, bank holiday, President's Day. So definitely not trading there. Tuesday, we have a yellow and orange folder, but nothing red folder. So we have something at 5:30, Empire State Manufacturing Index, 7 a.m., NAHB Housing Market Index. Don't think that's going to really do anything. 9:45, we got some councilmen speaking. So I don't think too much is going to happen on Tuesday, to be honest. Sorry. And then Wednesday, only thing we have is FOMC meeting minutes at 11. So hopefully we'll be out of we'll definitely be out of the market before that. So definitely not trading FOMC. Thursday, we have unemployment claims pre-market, so don't have to worry about that. 6 a.m. FOMC, we have a councilman speaking. 7 a.m. pending home sales. So with this, again, there's no red folder, but still it may affect the market. So we may just have to kind of wait a little bit. So my thing also is now what I'm doing is I'm waiting at least 15, 20 minutes after market open to kind of see where price is going to go, because a lot of times you can actually capitalize on the opening move of US30 because it moves really aggressively. So usually you can capitalize on that, but more than likely, what it does, it reaches takes liquidity to a certain area and then literally pulls back and rejects heavy. So, and then of course it creates its true direction for the day. So we just got to be watchful on Thursday here. And then Friday, we do have some news. So 5:30, we have advanced GDP, core PCE price index. 6:45, so 15 minutes after market open, we have flash manufacturing services, flash services. So especially for Friday, we'll definitely wait till around this time just to see what the market does. And then 7 a.m. new home sales, so that could possibly cause a reversal. So we just got to be mindful of that. So, but not too much news. So we don't really have like, I mean, we have an FOMC here, Boston speaks, but it's just a councilman. So I mean, we'll see what happens here on Friday, and then of course we have FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. So other than that, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and look at the chart. Don't need that anymore. So this was our chart from last week. So this is on the 5-minute. So we'll go to the daily. So we can see here we had a huge sell-off last week. So, but the overall trend though is still bullish. So even though we had a pullback here, price could easily continue to go back up. So I think price is going to continue to keep pushing higher and retest these highs right here, just for the simple fact that we can look at candlesticks, right? So this candlestick in particular right here, this is I call it bearish rejection. So what that means is that price tried to push lower, but of course couldn't push. There wasn't enough selling pressure to keep pushing further. So price pulled down to this level and then of course pulled all the way back up. So, and then of course price closed above right here. So, and then market opened tonight bullish. So it's creating a higher candle. So it's going with the trend. So even on the lower time frame, like say if I look like on a 30-minute, we can see here price actually closed right here on Friday. So price pushed up already this evening, and then of course now we're starting to consolidate a little bit. So you can see that. So we're coming up, we're pulling back a little bit, and then we're coming back up. So of course we're making a higher high, a higher low, and then a higher high. So price can very easily tap into this high right here and continue to fill this gap from this past week. So that's what I think it's going to do. So we're going to see a lot of buying opportunities, in my opinion. So hopefully that plays out. You know, hopefully price doesn't get manipulated by news or anything like that, to where it ends up rejecting and pulling down even further. So we will see. So I do have this one indicator here, which I really like. It's just called the higher time frame. So when I'm on like a lower time frame, it just lets me see the time frame for the day, or the candlestick for the day. So like, see if I go on the daily right here, it'll show me what that candlestick is looking like right now. So it just allows me to capitalize on the higher time frame, on the lower time frame. So it's kind of just like an added confluence, if you will. So let's go to the weekly right here, and we'll start marking everything up. So we'll clear all this out. So here we go. So basically how I break this down is, first we're going to look at previous weekly high, previous weekly low. Okay, because we want to mark that up. So this was the weekly right here. So we're going to do just that. So previous weekly high. So what was the high? 50,609. So this is the all-time high. So I'm going to do 610. So 50,610. And this is going to be our previous weekly high. So PWH. So now we're going to do previous weekly low. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You know, put it in the comment section. as I'm going through this. So now we're going to mark up the previous weekly low. So 49,000. I would say 160.
Curtains sway, the world awakes. Golden sound the daylight makes. Through the
So previous weekly low, 49,160. So there we go. So I try to keep my charts super clean. I just want to really mark up certain areas of interest. So we have our previous weekly high, previous weekly low, and then we're gonna go drop down to like the 4 hour. So you see things so much clearer on here. So you can see. So I trade the way my strategy is. I trade supply and demand and trend. So and of course market structure. So of course, if I see a higher high, higher low, that's telling me the price is pushing up. If I see a lower high, lower low, then price is pushing down. So I'm going to follow that. So I mean, if we look at this, even on the 4 hour, we can kind of see like it looks like price is consolidated, right? So again, because we even looked on the daily right here, we have a rejection, a bearish rejection right here. Same thing on the 4 hour. We have another doji right here. So this is a rejection. So usually when we have a doji, sometimes it depends. It depends on the market. It can just mean a continuation because the doji really just means that the buyers and sellers are indecisive. They don't know. They can't, like, it comes down to orders. So I mean, there's like equal orders at that point. So there has to be enough buyers and sellers to push price into a certain direction. So until we have that, we end up having a doji. So of course here, kind of buyers stepped in. So of course they pushed the price higher, and that's what I think is going to continue to happen. And they're going to basically take out this high or retest these highs. So that's my belief. So of course we can only follow what price is doing. It's very hard to kind of predict that, but I mean, based off market structure, we have a pretty good idea. So with that being said, I usually come down to the 4 hour here and I just mark up some key areas. So like supply and demand zones. So for instance, see here, we can mark this up. So I try to look for areas where price has tapped in previously. So like, for instance, we have an area right here. So this would be a previous supply area. So we have supply here, which is resistance, and then we have demand here, which is support. So it's just different terminology. So again, we would mark that up. So I always like to take my rectangle here and just kind of mark this up because this is again where price could easily tap into. So we got that, and then I'll mark it up right here as well. Okay, so we have that marked up. And then another area I like to mark up is, of course, down here. This price has tapped into here before. So I usually will mark this up, and then I would just put where price is. So it's like 48,711. So I'll do 710. So because I like to look for psychological numbers as well. So a lot of those are just where areas of interest are. So like price could easily go, and they usually start in like tens, so or something like that. So like you have like 48, 710, 725, 740, 750, 775, something like that. Like usually in the fives. So that's what we want to look for. Because price tends to tap into that pretty often. So see, we have a lot of consolidation right here. So I mean, I'm just going to leave this right here just in case we see price break below this. Then we can start looking for price attempting to take out some of these lows here. But until that happens, we'll just keep this here. Another area we have is, of course, like I said, price is tapped into here multiple times. So this could definitely be another area of interest right here. So we'll tap this area right here. Because again, if I come here and take a rectangle, price will roll over this and we can see prices tapped in here multiple times. So, and it wasn't until, I mean, this was back in when? This was January 7th. So it tapped into here January 7th, rejected. Tapped into this level again January 9th, rejected. Tapped into it again January 12th, rejected. So rejected here. Tried to retest it again January 15th, rejected. Pulled all the way down here. Tried to retest it again January 22nd, pulled back. Retested again, or tried to. Couldn't make it up here. Rejected again January 26th. Pulled back again. Pulled back into this area. What was that? February. Let me do this. So February 3rd, boom, rejection again. Pulled into here again, February 4th, rejected. So it wasn't until, what was this, February 6th that it literally broke out to the upside. So, and then of course we had another rejection here, a pullback, and then boom, we kept going up. And then we had a big rejection, and then price just didn't want to push. We had equal highs here. So price just had to sell off at that point because we just had too much buying pressure. So price has to pull back at some point. So that's why it leads me to believe that price is going to continue to keep pushing up and retest these highs. So if it doesn't, price will pull up to this level again and possibly reject it and possibly pull either back down to this level where it has before or even this level. So because price has tapped into here before or even maybe even down here. So, but until that happens, until we see a rejection and pull back into this previous weekly low, then we'll just kind of hang tight. So, but other than that, that's pretty much it. It's very simple to kind of break down the chart. You're literally just looking for supply and demand. So this is your supply area, previous supply, or even current supply, and then you have your demand zone right here. So the floor, and then you have the ceiling. So we're trying to make sure that price breaks out above this area again and tries to retest this area. If it can't, it's going to reject here and pull back down. But we need a break and retest also. So even on this hour here, what we want to see is something like this. We want to pull up, break through it, retest it, and then go back up. So another possibility also is if it doesn't, it will come up to here, reject it, pull back down to here, and possibly pull back up. So, or again, we can have another break, retest, and then come down to this level. So that could very easily happen as well. So we just got to see what direction the market's going to go and kind of where the flow is, and just continue to follow the trend. Because remember, at the end of the day, on the higher time frame, we're still bullish. So if you see this trend line, we can create a trend line here. So price came up, came down, came up, came down. So we're making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So, and then we came up here, had quite a bit of consolidation for a couple weeks, and then we had a push up. We had a blowout. So it literally pushed out of this consolidation. Came up here, couldn't go any higher. We created a new all-time high, and then of course we had to have a rejection for price to continue to keep going. So of course we had a higher high, a higher low, and we should be printing another higher high if everything goes right. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is the breakdown for US30. Pretty simple. Again, if you guys have any questions, put a comment down below. I will answer it the best way I can. So again, this coming week, we are starting our 50K funded accounts, so our pro accounts with Take Profit Trader. So I'm, again, excited to start that. So mind you, with this account, they have daily payouts. So whatever profit I make, I can actually withdraw. So of course I'm gonna limit my risk, obviously, because I think I have the same uh, distance to drawdown, which is like 2,000, I think, and they also have a trailing drawdown as well. So as I go in profit, my distance to drawdown is going to increase as well. So, like for instance, say if I have my account and I get it up to 51,000, so I can only go 2,000 below that. So it doesn't start at 50,000. So or 48,000. I think I'll have my distance drawdown will be 49,000. So it always moves up the more profit I make. So I just have to be very careful of that and just be very disciplined, minimize my risk, and take the max amount of profit as I can. So that is the goal. So I appreciate you guys popping on for this. I appreciate you guys popping on for this breakdown. You guys can follow me on my Instagram as well. It'll be in the description. Nikki_pips. That's where I post all my trades, wins, losses, you name it. Do my recaps. I do my recaps on here on my YouTube channel as well. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great day tomorrow. Have a great day off from the charts. Relax. Don't look at the charts. Enjoy the day. And we'll be back at it on Tuesday live before market open. So appreciate you guys, and God bless.